Yo, gamers and artists, my name is the Crazy Wingman and welcome to another video where today I'm going to be doing a bit of a special building. As you can see right here behind me, there's a very suspicious looking portal. This portal I used to get into real life via Minecraft. As you can see around me, I've ended up on the Minecraft movie production set. To be specific, this is the Minecraft movie sequel production set, or Minecraft movie squared production set. I don't know if you want to use its name, I don't know why it's called squared. And I have been invited by Jack Black himself, yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. Jack Black invited me to make a cool looking build over there, and they have a chance to get into the film. So essentially, a bit out of lore. I'm wearing this cape. Anyways, a bit out of lore. This is a Minecraft map that you can install to. It's free on the Minecraft Marketplace on Bedrock, and you can make something really cool. And if yours looks the coolest out of them all, then your build gets shown possibly into the Minecraft movie somewhere, or your name gets in the credits, and you get tickets and a bunch of other stuff, like I guess like extra footage. I don't know precisely, but it's still a really cool build challenge, and I want to at least give it a try to give and to get my build into the Minecraft movie. So I think this is detailed rules. Yes, build on the ground. Okay, you can use as many blocks as you want. Okay, so it's mostly seen from one direction, so you're most likely going to want to build something that looks good from like only one or two camera angles. But if it looks good from multiple, like it's good, but only has to look good from the angle. You can only build using the blocks from your chosen biome's palette. Okay, so you get specific blocks assigned. Yes, I think these are included over there because there's no way someone would memorize those. Nothing is allowed to float. Interesting. That has lore implication, but that's sad because, like, potentially I wanted to use like a floating island, but alright. No nether or end exclusive blocks. They tried to make like cannons. Yeah, of course they're not allowed to come up blocks. They don't use redstone components, complex machines, automations, or logic systems. Yeah, so we're not allowed to do buildstone, which is fine to be honest. That means they have to animate more. So keep in mind the build will not be based on any sound components, but you can use node blocks as decorations. Mobs, no hostile mobs, of course. Okay, no humanoid mobs. Maybe they want, I don't know, like the player to live in it, or like they want something, I don't know exactly. No words, copyright items, logos, pixel art, signage, yeah. Oh, I'm not allowed to put anything on signs. Okay, interesting. No maps or map art, no banners or banner art. Okay. No, yeah, because that would include like stuff from outside, I guess, I don't know. I guess it would look like not vanilla, which is fair. No signs with lettering. Oh, you can use signs, but not lettering. Nothing religious, hate, sexual, that sort of stuff. Yeah, okay. And no Eiffel Tower. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so essentially keep everything from like the stuff that you're given is everything. And how do you submit? Take a screenshot on the video. You need to use your own tools to record it. Go to the website. Finance will be arranged in Minecraft, but you can go vote for your favorites. That's cool. Alright, so it does look like this is a very high stakes competition, so I want to put on my best build I had for this, and I assume, yeah, you're given all of the blocks that you're allowed to use in these chests. Alright, now I'm going to have to go outside a bit, and after that I'm going to go to have a school assignment, so I'll do a little pause here, but I'll come back. I'll think about this on my walk touching grass. I go outside touch grass, like there's grass I can touch. But yeah, I'll think about a bit what I want to build, what biome I want to build in. I think I'm just going to go for the classic plains, but we'll see. And yeah, I'll be right back. And for you, it'll just be a couple of seconds, I guess. Alright, so I'm back, and I've gotten a little thought about what I want to do. And I think that I know what I want to do. Excuse me if I talk a bit slissy today. I just got like a new, we should just call it an upgrade to my braces, and I can't talk very well. Actually, it's kind of hurting my mouth if I talk too much. Oh yes, this is what I was looking for, a bunch of colors. So essentially, I want to go build in the desert because I want a bunch of orange and a bunch of vibrant colors. I want my build to pop as much as possible. Besides that, of course, like orange, me, you know, orange. So I'm going to be building in the desert. Let's see what we have here. More like a badlands, I guess. Change to this biome. How do I change the plots biome? Can you, or do you just need to do that manually? Let me see. So I kind of want to build. Actually, I'm gonna keep that a secret. What's going to be that I'm going to build, but trust me that I'm not going to leave a second of this unutilized. It's all. Every single block is going to be worth it. I just. Maybe this button doesn't work. You can press another button. Yeah, I guess I just have to. Yeah, okay, so yeah, build a day, no stuff like this. Oh, we got a bunch of guys, a bunch of mobs. Nice, alright. So, let's start out by taking out the red sand. I'm only allowed to use the blocks that I can find here. Oh, what is this? Are these just like blocks you can just use regardless of anything? I think you can. Good. I need a bunch of like different wool because I want to do a lot of texturing, so that's nice. And these are all for biomes, I guess. Yeah, okay, so these are all like specific to only this biome. That's okay. I think you're not allowed to build below this, are you? I think that's the lowest point. So we're going to just remove this set right here. It looks very nice, but we're going to be using our own thing, and we're most likely not going to have any room at all for terrain. Although that's not gonna matter that much, I think. So I think the build itself is like, you're not going to sell your build on terrain, I think. So we're going to we're going to literally use like every single thing. So first I want to start off with a floor that's like this. So I'm going to fill out this entire floor, and I'll come back to you when it's all filled up. Alright, and then Minecraft crashed. So I'm back. We're just going to continue like nothing happened. So let's start out by... This is a bit hard for me because I don't quite know what I want. I gave myself a pretty limited space. Yeah, see, that's not going to look too good, I imagine. Maybe I make this a bit lower. Like this. And then we can have... This is the sort of trial and error you go through right away as a builder. Don't expect you can skip this. If you really like want to build something cool, you're going to have to go through this process. As annoying as it may sometimes be, that's just the life of a builder, essentially. I think this should look cool. Let me try it if I put it on this side as well. And you are like a bit... Okay, snaky guy. And yeah, that's sort of it. Yeah, okay, that looks like a pretty cool one to me. And yeah, that's actually a really nice one. I'm going to repeat that now everywhere. I do wonder though, would it be better if I did this maybe, or not? Interesting. I don't know if it matters too much. Let me try again. I think I like that version more, so I'm going to go with that. Building organic things like this, they often require these sort of like, you know, instinctive moves, which is why they are so hard for a lot of people. Another thing we should test is something like this. This looks rather nice if we do this. I think this one's fine, to be honest with you. I don't think we need any tinkering, although... Does it look a bit more like structured? I think now it looks a bit too uniform going up. So I'm gonna do it like this. Yeah, okay. Now it looks a bit more wonky and sloppy, which is kind of what I want. So that's the dome. I'm going to now see how I want to go about texturing this. I think maybe I'm going to have... Can we do a gradient stripe? Just really simple coming down maybe? Like that. Let me see how that would look. So then we'd start a magenta around about here. Let's first do without blending and see how that ends up. Yeah, that's a good idea. We should probably focus on... hold on. Oh, this is a different sort of color. They look very much the same, but yeah, I can see that they're different. That's interesting. Let me just fill this out, I guess. Just give me a second, and I'll be done with it. Maybe also just only the front side. Oh, there. You become that, and you become that. Alright, that gives us a bit of an idea of how it's going to look. You know what? I don't think I'm too much of a fan of that. No. I don't think so. Maybe if it's like... Maybe I need to do it a bit more at an angle. So imagine it goes up over here a block. And down over here a block. Maybe, just maybe that would look cool. Alright, let's see. I already like that a lot better if it has a bit like that. Oh, I think for the thing to be really complete, we also need a bit of that. Yes. Okay. That's the sort of thing I want. I think one more, maybe? Yeah, okay. I like it if it's a bit skewish. I think I'm going to leave it with that. And maybe do a little bit of texturing along. Oh, that looks very bright. I don't think I like that. I'll move this one out of the way for a second. Publish stuff along here. We do sort of want a bright thing, but I don't know if we want it this bright. This is sort of the deal. This contrasts more than I thought it would, which is sort of the issue that I've got going on right now. Okay, I think I've got a cool idea. And it involves making a few swirls using the wool. So I'm going to try that right now. We're going to start down here and we're going to get our light, our sort of sign on. We're going to make a circle like that. Yes, and maybe not that one. Then the purple goes into the pink, and the pink, you know, we can leave it there. Then we're going to leave a gap of 2. That's 1, 2, we can do it again over here. Oh. Do sort of the same story, I guess, although this, hold on. I did something wrong, go back a bit. What I want to do is have one stripe start at an equal point. So then we want to have this. Yeah. Or maybe we do that. Yeah, that would look pretty cool, I think. But let's do that one. And we can have sort of 2 gradients or patterns basically going on at the same time. I do think we need to finish this texturing though for that. This reaches down here, all the way up here, I guess. Oh, this is sort of the up point, right? So yeah, right here it goes up. And then I imagine it goes back down here and ends up like here. Purple would reach up to sort of this. Maybe not here. I think that would be decent. Okay, we're going to go with that. Yeah, we are going to go with that. I'm going to make the other swirl, and then we should probably have a pretty cool looking build. So, maybe what I need to do is add some more thickness to this. I'm not sure, I'm also just trying stuff here. But then we have maybe like that. Oh, I don't like how this expands like this. Maybe have it end here. think some thickness there could do it. I'm going to add that on. Yes. And at that point, I think the dome is going to be pretty complete. And the only thing I have to do is repeat that over, but then with different colors. Because I'm going to have a same style dome over here, and a bit smaller as well, of course. But I think that, yeah, that looks like an insanely colourful and cool dome, doesn't it? Oh, that actually looks so cool. I really love that. We're going to go with that. Now I just need to get... I think I want to go for greenish next. So let me put that together and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is the second dome. It looks from one angle, it sort of looks like it's flat on top. If you look at like this, it looks like a nice and round dome. Now this one looks a bit more busy than this one, I know, but it's still like, it's use the same principle. Maybe we should do this, I don't know, let me see. Does it really matter? I think maybe I just do a little bit of this, there we go. Yeah, that looks a lot better, okay. So those are the two domes essentially. I'm gonna place these materials back where I found them, which probably should have done that before I started recording. I also just checked, and I'll show you in a minute once I put all of this away, that you don't have to worry about any sort of materials that you're not allowed to use, because look, they just went away. So I can just do this, and that's fine. So what are we going to be doing next up? I think next I want to get working on sort of like the details of like the sides of the towers. So we're going to grab out our slabs, stairs, detail blocks, that sort of stuff. I think I want some sort of like mud trims to go around. Of course I want this. Some of this. Let's start out with that. Of course I'm going to want some other stuff as well. Let me see. Maybe some copper could be really cool. So I'm just gonna take all of that really, and also some regular sand, some note blocks could be cool, and I think, yeah, maybe some regular chains, because regular chains, they tend to look really cool. I think that's going to be it. I kind of want to have like some sort of like fence block as a window, but those are probably not allowed in the Badlands, so we can't use those unfortunately, but we'll find some other fun ways to add in window. My voice, to add in windows, I imagine. I think what I'm going to start with is by making these little like battlements up top here. I think that could look really cool. Sort of want to create a bit of a more sense-making transition in here as well. Maybe this. I'm going to add blocks behind there in a minute. Don't worry. There we go. That makes it look a bit more clean. Do some slabs up here so that we have like a vision. We're gonna touch on the bridge later. Don't worry. I think I kind of want to start having a bit of an entrance onto this balcony right here, and maybe a wall of some kind fencing this off. We can have a bit of a thing on top of that as well, like this. Maybe even here as well. Yes. Maybe make this door like really big. Let's make this door really big so you can really see it. Yeah, there we go. And we want to add in some stairs, of course, and I think we're going to do that like this. Yeah, there we go. That looks nice and reinforced. Yeah, look at that. Our build's already starting to come alive hugely. I'm going to punch out a hole here when I want to have a small window. I forgot to add these blocks there, so I'm gonna... There we go. I I think I want to start adding some of those trims on now. So let's start with maybe here. Let's do it here. Why not? Let's just first go around with some more bricks and get those in. Alright. And I think to detail this up a bit more, we're going to have some walls and the edges to make it seem like this tower is a bit roundish. And then maybe some like stairs having some sort of pattern in the middle. I'm not sure about that. I may change the way that looks. For now, I'm just going to do it like that. Alright, on the topic of walls in general, I'm thinking of doing like this, which makes it look like the wall has sort of a, actually that looks really nice. I'm going to keep that there. And then I'm going to have maybe like a few like window areas here. I'm imagining that they'd be quite long as well, so we do that. Got some windows, boom, and maybe some windows here as well, but first I want to start off with yeah, a little bit of a trim again around this corner. I can texture with this later, but I'm not wanting to jump into the texturing for a bit because I want to make sure that the shapes of everything is alright. And the positioning. That looks rather cool. Yeah, I like that a lot. I'm also going to maybe put a trim down below there. I'm not sure. I'm going to put a trim here, I think. Yeah, that'd be cool to have one. The trim kind of prevents there to be stuff like windows. It sort of blocks up your space a bit. But that's fine because the division is actually really useful in building. Like when you know where to put something. So I'm okay with that. Kind of approaching is similar to how I approach build battle, although I put more like thought and effort into this one. Maybe that one should go like one below. I think we should do this one a bit below. Let me try some stuff out. Only I'm taking more time to change my decisions as well here, which I don't have time for a build battle. Of course. There's sort of, you need to have a good decision the first time around. You need to build it, and if it looks bad, you just continue because you don't have any time to change it. But here, of course, we do have that. Let me just put the normal mount for now so we can just see how to place it. If I could, I also like to have some water features. I don't know if you can use water. Yeah, you can. I don't know how I feel about that. I think the top one is better though. I think the top one's better. I think in general this build is coming along fairly well, and I'm very excited to show this off to everyone. See if I have a chance at getting this thing into the film itself. Yeah, I like that a lot more. I'm going to add the details to that now. Like that. Alright. So, I think we can get away with a few more windows here. I haven't actually been talking about what this is at all, so I think it's going to be time to explain that. So what I want this build to be is going to be an observatory. Where we are going to get a yeah, looks good. Some sort of like telescope, maybe out of this dome or maybe on this platform. I don't know quite, but I want this to be something that is looking out over the stars essentially with this build. And there's going to be like lots of books inside, and the person that is working at the observatory has a little bit of a vendor stand right out here where they are selling like pieces of knowledge essentially that they gathered. At least that's my idea for this area. Again, it may change of course as I get some cool ideas, but that's what I've got for now. And I think, do we have a window here or not? I think a window here wouldn't make much sense, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think this window is just, this wall is good, just leaving alone as it is. Maybe have like a bit of, no, don't do that. This one right here, I think it would be cool if you have like some big window like out the back here, like that. Would you see that from here? Yeah, you would. I think it would be cool if you had like this, then like another window like that. I think that may need to be a bit shorter. Kind of figuring out some stuff here. Yeah, that would look cool. It's a bit like an ASCII part of the build, which I like a lot. And then I think maybe a bit of a window here, and then we may be done with that. Yes, that looks nice. Oh, of course, I forgot underneath here. I'm going to get the main entrance to this place. I try my best very hard to not build a door centered like this one. It could be centered, but I can place it like slightly offset because that looks a bit more interesting, I guess. And if we go, yeah, okay, that's good. Maybe this door does need to be centered. I think for like the main thing, it should be centered there. I know I just said like it looks interesting if it's not centered, but I think for the main entrance it should be. Let me see. Yeah. And I think we're good. Then maybe this side here, I'll leave detail in the back side till later maybe. Or I just won't add anything to it. I think honestly, just plain this would also be fine. Yeah, I think we are going to go to the decoration phase. Although maybe I kind of like the fact that there's nothing down there. I kind of like that. I might keep that. Yeah, that's just going to be like an empty area, I guess. Yeah, I think we should start working on the bridge now, which is going to have a path. I don't know what that should be made out of though. Let me check if there's any cool materials around here. I guess it could be mud. I could work with mud. Is there any sort of cool pathing thing around here? I don't want any grey in my build. This could be a cool block though. I'm gonna use this one. We're going to have this area right here for our bridge. Or maybe what we do is we make a bit wide. I don't know, maybe I'll shorten this in a bit. Let me see how it looks from this side. Maybe, let's see how it looks if I shorten this a bit. I think we can get away with that. I think that would look better. Actually, I think that might give this area a bit less interest. No, it looks better when it's out, so I'm going to do it out. That's weird, we gotta like build like a really wide thing, but it just looks better if it's at the edge. So we're going to do that. Get some slabs below here. Again, I really want oak fencing, because like oak goes really well in this place, but unfortunately we can't do that quite. We can though place a few walls. Maybe what we do is we have like a glass pane trick with brown glass or red glass. Let me see how that looks. I've never done those glass pane tricks, to be honest with you, but I kind of wonder how it would look, like if we did this. I know, I should probably not look at it from this side. Let's see. I don't think I like that. Maybe if I create some more walls just below that, I will. Let's just see that. Okay, that sort of looks cool. I'm not sure. I think what would look cool, forget this, maybe just do some stairs. I don't really like these options a lot. I'm kind of struggling with this, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I'm just overcomplicating things. Maybe we just do a bit of an arch under here, maybe. So we have this. We have some blocks coming down, and just some stairs. Maybe the stairs are even here, and then we have maybe some walls going below the stairs. I really don't know. Why is this little bridge so hard? Come on now. Kinda don't want to see any copper poking through here, so maybe what we need to do is have an inner part and an outer part to this. So you've got some stairs here, which we'll fill in, and then some slabs at top. And on the outside we have a few more blocks. And then we have the stairs. That looks interesting enough for me, so I'm going to go with that. Maybe we have this at floor level, I don't know. This is hard. Maybe we just remove this copper bit. Just have this. I think I'm going to go with that for a thing. Maybe revert this back. I don't know. Maybe just a big thing that leads all the way down. Yeah, that looks sort of cool. I'm gonna go with that. Figured it out. It took a while, but we figured it out at last. And we can get rid of those pesky panes that connect to this. I guess this is a structure void. We still got the walls connecting, but whatever. If we add some stairs here, I think that'll be the finish. Or then maybe we add some sort of a roof. Let's get a copper thing going. Maybe we can still use that. I'm not allowed to place double slabs. Okay, interesting. No, I don't like that at all. Just keep it open, maybe. These doors are going to be a bit askew. Like non-centered. There we go. Maybe that's like some sort of like thing in here. I don't know. Alright, I think that's good enough. It's still a very orange build, but it has a bunch of like popping color on a bunch of different places. I kind of tried to lean the eye upwards towards that, where the telescope's going to be. I don't know if I succeeded at that. It is a piece of feedback that I got given from an actual artist by the name of That One Garden. I met them at TwitchCon and they were like, you should lead the eye up to a certain point, and I was like, I didn't think of that. So I'm trying to do that here. I don't think I'm succeeding very well in it, but you know, we're gonna get there. Maybe this is just good. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. Maybe this needs to go a bit lower. Or a bit higher, the other way around. Place that. Alright, yeah. It still looks very orange, I'm not gonna lie. But I think maybe if we do like a turn around here. Let's look. Yeah, I think it really needs that. I'm going to art that on right now. There you go. I think that's it. Except maybe oh, I can't stop now, can I? I can't stop. This is not good. I'm gonna leave it there. This backside can be detailed later. First we need to make sure that this looks good. Since all the flooring is now this anyways, I'm going to just fill this in. I guess for interior detail purposes, I'm just going to do a bunch of stairs around it. Yeah, okay. Oh, and here as well. I think that is a pretty finished exterior. Unless I've got more of this wall detailing I can do, which I'll never stop doing, I think. But yeah, I'm kind of thinking of what we should add next to this thing. Of course, we need some like outside decoration bits. Maybe we do that first, and then we move on to the interior afterwards. Stuck on this wall now. I think I mustn't do any stuff here. Maybe like a small bit. There you go, done. Not touching now. Yeah. Let's get to detailing now. So we need to get out some of this, and also, oh, we didn't build with gold at all. Maybe we can have like little mud pools. That would be rather cool. And also we need water. Right here, water. I think what I might do is have like little things like this where I drop, maybe over the other side, I drop one of those and then a lantern below it. Maybe we hang like some chains from this this dangling thing and do the same. I'm not sure, let me see how that looks. Yeah, we can do that. Maybe up here as well, we can have one sitting just over here. Maybe a wall just up here, a chain, and then a lantern. Yes. Wall, chain, lantern. No, I want that lantern to be a bit higher. I'm going to do that instead. And then we want to get in some cacti and cactus flowers. I don't know if those grow, but we'll find out. Some mud. I think I want to make my pool first. That may be like, I don't know, over here. I don't know about the water. I think I might leave that off. I'm going to just like make a little muddy edge, I guess. And then get the normal sand back into play. I think I'm going to do this part without you because it might be a bit boring. So I'll do this as far as I can, and I'll be right back. Alright, so the end result is right behind me right now. I'm going to purposefully fly around it. I decided to not do a whole of the stuff that I originally intended on doing, like creating interiors that just didn't really work out with the space that I had available for them. I didn't end up making it actually into an observatory because I think I'd only be able to build a good telescope if it was a diagonal one, and I don't know how kind of would be to that. They said no floating blocks. I don't know if that counts or not. So what I decided upon doing was that it was an observatory, more like in a magic way. There was a wizard in there, and that wizard looked through some sort of a glass orb or whatever sort of artifact that allows you to observe things without needing a telescope. And also there's like, I can't use bookshelves, so I didn't really make anything in the store, but I did finally build the thing. It looks rather cool. I added some water because otherwise it would just be too orange, and also some brown right here with these note blocks. I did a bit of minor texturing. I didn't want to do too much because this is like the most artificial shading I'm going to be using, because artificial shading doesn't really make sense if you consider that every block needs to be correct in law and canon. Like, why would you, for example, have a cliff made of birch? Like, you can do that in the regular game, but if you need to make a film where everything is like, where everything is supposed to make sense, you can't make a cliff out of birch. No, you need a stone that looks like birch. So that's sort of, like, I kind of tried to go along with that because I thought that might ease the people that are going to make this, if I do wind up becoming first place, which is not very likely, but it's still fun to think that way. I made the doors this pattern. It was really annoying to place all this glazed terracotta, but I do think they look really nice. I got this little terracotta borders here, and this giant big door over here as well. Yeah, behind all these windows now is just some sandstone blocks so that it doesn't look too weird. I'm still really happy with these roofs right here. I think those are really going to set. Yeah, see, sort of your eye gets to those roofs because they are just such a pop of color. I think this build looks really cool, and I think we definitely have a big chance of it coming to. Like, I also did a build back decoration for just adding a few windows in, some texture and that sort of stuff. So yeah, I think we've got quite a decent chance. I don't know what other people are going to build, but this is sort of like, we've maximized the plot without making it look too like, without making it just one big box essentially. So I think we did really good. We're going to now go to the recording part. So like, I don't know if I can remove those beams because I don't like these beams. I want to take a screenshot like here, but there's a beam right in the middle of it. So let's just see if we can make a video. Okay. That's interesting. Alright, so that was the video. Yeah. What's the name of these things? Camera, just camera. Yeah. That's the house all finished. So I guess we're gonna click this button. Screenshot, you need to take a screenshot. Oh yeah, let's make a screenshot. I think this could be a pretty decent angle, and this as well. I think I'm going to go for this angle and just going to go as far up to the line here as I possibly can. I think that's about this. Now, which is like, yeah, that is probably a good screenshot. Maybe a bit like this way. Alright, this looks really cool. I'm going to do that. And we should have our screenshot now. Yeah, it does look best from like this angle over here, which is what I designed it for. But this stupid pillar is in the way. Preventing us from making that super cool screenshot. Maybe, hold on, I've got an idea. I can do this maybe? Make it a little lower and, oh yes. Over here. And then I just make the screenshot to the side of my screen. I don't know if that'll actually work. I don't think it will. Alright, I'll just... Here we go, this will be it. Whatever. Okay. That's the screenshot for the build. Yeah, and with that, thank you so much for watching. This was a really fun video for me to record. I hope it was really fun for you to watch as well. And let's just hope that I get into the Minecraft movie. If this gets on the voting side, make sure to vote for me, because otherwise you got something coming for you. Also, Twitch concave. Look at that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you. I'll see you around. And is there some sort of cool place I can do this outro from? Let's go for this balcony right here. Alright, see ya.